Welcome back to the channel and thank you for watching, and please feel free to smash that like button at any point during this video if you enjoy my content. So I've been given this book deal some thought in the last sort of 24 hours or so as to what the strategy is behind this book deal and why Amber Heard might be considering doing such a book deal, a tell-all story, and potentially cashing in on millions of dollars. And the thought occurred to me, or occurred to us, my wife and I. My dear wife also has a YouTube channel, by the way, Easy Chinese Cooking, linked in the description below. Check that out for some fantastic cooking. And so we've been thinking maybe this is part of a strategy to strike some kind of deal, which of course might mean that she doesn't appeal, but she might be doing something to raise money, to show that she can raise money, and if she's allowed to tell the story. Thus, she'd be able to pay over the money. Now, all in all, I don't think this is going to be a huge success, because I don't think for one moment that this was really about the money for Johnny Depp. But of course, Johnny Depp's lawyers have said that this was never really about the money for him. It was more about restoring his reputation, which, as we can see, has been done with this jury verdict, at least for the most part and for most people. However, what if this is part of a strategy to stir things up once again? Because what's the worst that could happen if Amber is sued once again for further defamation? Well, there might be another trial, which she may or may not be able to afford to defend herself, and she may or may not be ordered to pay more money, which she doesn't have, or at least Elaine said she doesn't have and cannot pay. So what if, as I say, this is all part of some kind of strategy to say that if you allow me to do this, I can raise the money, otherwise maybe she's going to do it anyway. And bearing in mind, to follow through with an appeal, she's going to have to show that she's got some earning capacity. Now, with the interview, which she was presumably paid for, the ratings actually were not that great, so that might scupper any future earning potential from follow-up interviews. This is evidenced, in my view, in part by NBC going around and copyright claiming lots of commentators' commentary on the interview, including mine. So potentially that's damaged her earning potential. So perhaps this idea of a tell-all book is to show that she has earning capacity. If there are talks about several $1 million for this full story in some kind of a book, as I say, whether anonymized or not, this might be something to show by way of some kind of bond that she has the earning capacity when going through potentially to file for an appeal. Or perhaps it might just be used as some kind of leverage so as to not appeal, but to show that she's got some kind of earning potential to pay for the judgment debt. So lots of speculation here, I accept, which is not usually something a lawyer will do, but what we do as lawyers is to strategize. So if I were advising someone in a similar position that couldn't afford the judgment but could well face enforcement proceedings to have that money paid and can't avoid that money via bankruptcy and these kind of things, as a lawyer you might well be asked to advise on what might happen if you do take these further steps. Now, doubtless Amber would have been advised as to potential defamatory lawsuits in the future if she goes on to say additional things that were not said in the original trial, and republication of the same statements, which we've been over a number of times. All in all, on reflection, I can only seem to think that this is probably some kind of strategy. Perhaps it's just for the money, but more likely there's a deeper strategy behind it, because the timing does seem rather rapid following the judgment, and there's a few days left before post-judgment motions can be filed in court. Actually, just a couple of days now. So just putting that idea out there that it might be some kind of a strategy. Let me know in the comments section what you think of this, whether you think this is part of some kind of strategy, and what you expect if there is such a book deal or any other kind of deal to tell some kind of story, whether anonymized or not. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, please smash that like button, and thank you for watching.